Hello, my name is Matt Potosnak. I am a consultant with Hubbard International, Hubbard Burt. I'm here today to talk to you about what's new for 2019 in regards to your employee benefits. Let's cover the basics first. There will be no changes to your dental plan and no changes to the vision plan. There will be changes to the medical. New for 2019, Lakeshore Community Services will no longer be offering UPMC Health Plan as their medical carrier. The health insurance will now be handled by Meritain. Meritain is a TPA and is owned by Aetna. I'm going to go through the benefit changes between what's currently on the UPMC plan and what is new under the Meritain plan, and then cover briefly any type of RX changes. So currently under Plan 1, under your UPMC plan, you have a $750 individual deductible, a $1,500 family deductible, 100% co-insurance, $30 PCP copay, $50 specialist copay, $250 ER copay, and a $30 urgent care copay. On the drug plan, you have a $20 retail for generic, $40 for preferred brand, and $60 for non-preferred brand. And mail order copays are $40 for generic, $80 for preferred brand, and $120 for non-preferred brand. Under Plan 1, new with Meritain, the deductible will be $1,000 for an individual, $2,000 for a family. The coinsurance will remain 100%. The PCP copay will stay at $30. The specialist copay, however, will be a benefit enhancement and will be lowered from $50 down to $30. The urgent care copay will stay the same at $250, and the urgent care copay will also decrease down to $30. There will be no changes to the drug plan on the copays. Under Plan 2, currently under UPMC, you have a $1,000 deductible for an individual, $2,000 for a family, 100% coinsurance, $40 for a PCP, a $60 copay for a specialist, ER is $250, urgent care is $40. And under your RX, under Plan 2, retail is $30 generic, $60 brand, and $70 non-preferred brand. Under mail, it is $60 generic, $120 preferred brand, and $140 non-preferred brand. New under Meritain for Plan 2, the deductible will be $2,000 for an individual, $4,000 for a family. Coinsurance will remain 100%. Your PCP copay will actually be decreasing from $40 to $20. Your specialist copay will also be decreasing from $60 down to $20. Your ER will remain $250. Your urgent care will actually decrease from $40 down to $20. And there is a slight change on the retail RX copays, where your generic copay of $30 is going down to $10. The other copays on the drug plan will remain the same. For retail, it's $60 brand and $70 for non-preferred brand. And under mail, it is $20 for mail order generic, $120 for brand, and $140 for non-preferred brand. Few points to make about the change to Meritain. You will no longer have two ID cards. You will not have a separate drug card anymore. It'll all be combined on one card. So it'll be integrated with Meritain. And there will be certain programs implemented on the prescription drug, which will happen after July 1st. You will be notified if this impacts you. But right now, the changes for under the drug after July 1st, Lakeshore Community Services will be implementing a Smart 90 program. The Smart 90 program is mandatory maintenance prescription drug program, where you have the choice of either receiving your 90-day supply of maintenance medications through mail order or at a CVS, local CVS retail outlet. Mandatory mail order means that if you are on a maintenance drug, and a maintenance drug is something that you take monthly, if you're taking it for cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, whatever that may be, you will no longer be able to get a 30-day supply at any retail pharmacy. You will have to get a 90-day supply, and it'll have to be through mail or at a CVS. There will also be certain drugs that you may or may not be taking that will be implemented, called a manufacturer's assistance program. That program is, if you are on one of these drugs, you will work directly with the drug manufacturer to get this drug, and it'll be at a much reduced cost than what you're paying now for it. So it is a benefit enhancement for you under the specialty drug. Like I said, you will be notified if this impacts you, and everything will be explained on what you need to do. If there are any other questions or concerns, please contact BAI. You have your customer service team, which consists of Tanya Crosby and Heather Sherman. They're always there to answer any type of health, RX, dental, or vision type questions in regards to your ID or claim issues. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand this off to Brandy Vanderstrom. Brandy Vanderstrom is going to speak more in depth about the Meritain.
Hello, Lakeshore staff. My name is Brandy Vanderstrom, and I'm representing the Meritain benefits this afternoon for you. And I would like to go over your Healthy Balance Kit and give you some information as to what is in your Healthy Balance Kit. You'll be able to find this on your employee website, and it will look like this. So on this Healthy Balance Kit, you're going to look for some information in here. You will be able to find your benefits, which I will review with these with you. But the first thing that you're going to be able to find is what makes you eligible outside of open enrollment for coming on and off the plan. These are, if your spouse lose benefits and they're currently not on your benefits, you are able to add them outside of open enrollment. You can add a child outside of open enrollment if they are born within 30 days of that child being born. If you have a death or a divorce, you are able to add outside of open enrollment. And then if you have a stepchild that is added into your family or a marriage. So those are things that you will be able to find on page 3 of your Healthy Balance Kit. Open enrollment is going to run from July 1st through June 30th of 2019 through 2020. So if you do plan to pick up benefits, you will need to do so during that time. On page 4 of your Healthy Balance Kit, there is an area that is going to talk about your member portal, and this is for Meritain. So we encourage everybody at Lakeshore to subscribe to the Meritain.com website, and this is where you're going to be able to find your explanation of benefits. So if you're seen by a doctor or at a facility, you're able to see all of that, everything that you're being billed for at that area. You're also able to log on and print out any additional insurance cards that you may need. Everybody that is going to be covered on your plan will be receiving an insurance card for the members over the age of 18. So after the 1st of July, please be on the lookout in the mail for your insurance cards to be coming. They will be coming in an envelope with a return address that says Meritain in the upper left-hand corner. Don't throw that out. Be looking for that in the mail. And anybody, again, over the age of 18 will have an insurance card. If there are people that in your family that does need an insurance card, go to Meritain.com. You can print those out, or if you do not carry your insurance cards with you, we do recommend that you take a picture of those on your phone, because a lot of people anymore don't carry a wallet with them. They may go someplace without their purse, but you never leave your house without your phone. So take a picture, have the front and back of your insurance card, and always have that with you. Other things that you can find on Meritain.com is an area called LifeMart. Now that it's summer and everybody may be traveling or going on a vacation, there are things there that you can find on LifeMart, such as discounts to hotels, discounts to car rentals, such as Enterprise or Hertz, if you are going to Busch Gardens or Disney. Six Flags, there are discounts there for that. If you're looking for a gym membership, you can find a discount for YMCAs or other gyms out there. If you're looking for a new cell phone provider, there are discounts for cell phone providers. If you have a college student and you need a laptop for them, you can find a discount for Dell services. I was on the website the other day checking the service out, and there are so many different discounts for just about anything you can think of. So by all means, register at Meritain.com and make sure that you check out the Life Mart. Another thing under this Healthy Balance Kit that you would like to use is you're going to want to use it for your benefits. So what you're going to see on page 8 is your benefit plan for the $1,000 amount. So if you chose that, and Matt had spoke on this a little bit earlier, you're going to see if you picked up the $1,000 deductible plan, if you are a single and you have the $1,000 deductible, you can go down through here and you're going to see what your benefits are. If you have a family, your deductible is going to be $2,000. If you have diagnostic testing and labs and x-rays, you're going to have a $40 copayment for those. After your deductible has been met, everything will be covered at 100%. If you're having other imaging, such as any other diagnostic testing, if CAT scans, MRIs, things like that, you have to hit your deductible and then it's covered at 100%. Durable medical equipment, I always like to explain what durable medical equipment is. Those have to be covered, those will be covered at 100% once your deductible's been met. And those are things like CPAP masks. If you're a diabetic and you have test strips or insulin pump supplies, those all fall under durable medical. If you sprain your ankle and you need a brace or crutches, those all fall under durable medical equipment. Emergency room services on this plan. You're going to have a $250 deductible if you're seen in the emergency room and you are not admitted. So when you're going to the emergency room for things like an ear infection or x-rays, think twice about that. Use an urgent care or your PCP instead of the emergency room. Only use the emergency room if this is something that's life-sustaining. If you need to go there because you're having a heart attack or a stroke, by all means, go to the emergency room. Don't use it for an ear infection or stitches. Look for other areas to go for those types of things. For one, you won't have a 7-hour wait, and for two, you're going to have a less deductible. Another thing that you're looking at when you are looking at your deductibles is your physician services. As Matt had mentioned, on the $1,000 plan, you're going to have an office visit of $30 and a specialist visit of $30, unless it's for your annual. If you go for your annual physical, if you're a female and you're going for your OBGYN visit, or if you're a male and you're going to have your PSA test done, or if you're at the age where you need a colonoscopy, those are all covered at 100% with no copay. Those are all covered under the ACA, and those are all, there's no copayments included in those. So I want everybody to make sure that they're getting their wellness done and not having to worry about a copayment with those. Virtual visits. So you guys do have the option of getting a virtual visit. You've got sick kids at home and you don't want to take them out in the middle of winter. Pick up the phone and call the virtual PCPs or virtual specialists. You still have a $30 copayment for the specialist or your PCP, but it saves you the time to have to go out into the cold weather, especially with those little kids. So use that service. It's a great service to have available to you. Urgent care, that's another thing that I like to point out on this plan. It's a $30 copayment with the urgent care. So if you are needing stitches, if you have a sprained ankle, use the urgent care, not the emergency room. You're going to save a lot of money doing that instead of going to the emergency room. Matt had talked about your benefits with your pharmacy, so I'm going to save that. If you have questions on it, by all means, reach out to BAI and they can help you with those. When we turn and look at your $2,000 deductible plan, this one is very similar. However, you have a little bit difference in your deductibles and your Co-payments. So your deductible for single coverage is $2,000. Your deductible for family coverage is $4,000. Diagnostic testing, this includes x-rays and lab services. That's a $20 deductible. For PET scans, MRIs, CAT scans, you have to hit your deductible before those are going to be covered. And then they're all covered at 100%. Emergency services on this plan, again, is $250. So unless it's something that is life-threatening, heart attack, stroke, your arm's hanging off, you don't want to go to the emergency room. By all means, look for an urgent care or contact your PCP because it's going to save you a lot more money. If you are admitted, then that deductible will be waived, or your copayment will be waived, and it will go towards your deductible. When we're looking at your office visits, you've got a $20 copayment for your office visits for your PCP and your specialist on this plan. And your virtual visits are the same. So if you're looking to call your PCP for a virtual visit or a specialist, it's again $20 for both of those. So keep that in mind. For your urgent care visit, this one again is a $20 urgent care visit. So stitches, sprained ankle, go to your urgent care and not the ER. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. Your prescription benefit schedule, again, Matt had spoke about that. And if you have further questions as to how to use your prescription benefits, give BAI a call, and Tanya and Heather will be happy to help you with those. When we talk about your pre-cert, so these are things that if you are scheduled for anything coming up right after the 1st of July, and it's already been pre-cert set with your other carrier, you're going to want to contact us as soon as possible so we can make sure that there's an easy transition for you moving forward. If you had to have a pre-cert with your other carrier, you're more than likely going to need to be pre-certed with us, but we don't want you to have a delay in your services. So reach out, let us know as soon as possible. If you're watching this video today, give us a call today and we'll make sure that everything is going to move smoothly for you. We can get that handled as quickly as possible. In this Healthy Balance booklet on page, I'm trying to see which page this is, sorry. It would be page 20. There is a list of items that may need pre-certification. If you're hospitalized, the hospital will call the pre-certification line. There's no need for you to do that if you're hospitalized. If you're going to have a bone biopsy, your doctor should be doing that for you. But if in any instance you need to do that, there is a phone number that you can call on the back of your insurance card that will let you do that. There's also chemotherapy. The oncologist should be doing that ahead of time, but these are just some things that we want you to be aware of that you may need pre-cert for. Hysterectomies, a casual endoscopy, CT from a non-orthopedic doctor, sleep studies. These are all things that will need pre-certification, but on page 20, if there's something that you're going to have done just to save a claim pending, we always ask you to be aware of something being done in that case. Another page that I like to point out to everybody is, it's actually on page 17, and that's what your ID card will look like. And I'm just going to describe to you what your ID is going to look like. On the left-hand side of your card, it's going to say Meritain. That is now your insurance carrier. On the right-hand side, it's going to say provider network is Aetna, POS 2. So your insurance is now known as Meritain, but you are going to follow one of the largest carrier networks in the nation, and that is Aetna POS 2 network. In Pennsylvania, all of the facilities, all of the hospitals, all of the clinics are covered with Aetna POS 2. You should not have any issues finding a hospital or a facility that will accept your insurance. In this area, there are a handful of doctors that currently are not accepting the Aetna POS 2. I do know of one dermatologist, and that is Dr. Lim in this area, that is not currently accepting the Aetna insurance. There may be another handful, but if you have that issue trying to find a doctor, there is a number that you can call on the back of your card that does give you access to find out where and how to find out if your doctor is included. And again, on page 19, there is a phone number. At the top of that, there is a Meritain number. So if you have a problem or a question that Meritain needs to help you with, there's a 1-800 number. There's also the website where you're going to log in. There's the Aetna Choice POS2 phone number and website where you can find a doctor or facility. So if you have a child that is going out of state to college and you want to make sure that they have a doctor in a facility that is in network, that's where you can find out. There's a pre-certification number there. So if you're calling to find out if you need pre-certification on a procedure that's going to be done, you can call that number. And then there's also a fourth number there, and that's your human resources department here at Lakeshore. So you have that number there if you need it. Other than that, in your Healthy Balance Kit, there's a lot of information that you're going to have available to you at your hands on your website. You'll be able to print it out if you need it. But there's also a copy of your enrollment form. You've been pre-enrolled, but if you need to make changes, make sure that you make those changes and pick the policy that is right for you, either the $1,000 deductible or the $2,000 deductible, as soon as possible. And I'm sure that Lakeshore is giving you a time frame to have that information into them. The one other thing that needs to be important is your current address, because that's where your insurance cards will be sent out to you. So if there's been a change in address since you've been employed, make sure that that address has been up to date. That's all I have for you. But if you have questions, please reach out to BAI, and Tanya and Heather can help you with that. Thank you.